Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I thought I'd do a voiceover just to explain what I'm up to today. So this is a continuation of December daily prep, and I wanted to make my own December daily numbers, and I thought it'd be easier just to select a font and cut them out on the Cricut. So I used this red sparkly card, taped it down so it was nice and secure, and cut them out myself. I just chose a Christmassy font off the font and selected that to cut them out. And then once they were all cut out, I just organised them, and I needed a way to store them so that I could find them basically when I needed them. So I used this little bead organiser, which made it really easy, and I could put all the ones together, the twos and the threes, and it seemed the simplest way. And then I cut out a couple of other cut files on the Cricut. So one of them was this gingerbread house. I also cut out a Christmas tree, which I'm not sure I'll use. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. Also, let me know if you prefer the chatty December daily videos, or whether you prefer to have music and just watch me craft. I think I like a mix up of both, so that's what I've been trying to do, but it'd be good to hear what you prefer, so feel free to leave a comment below. So all I'm doing now is attaching the bulbs to the fairy lights, and I thought this would be perfect for day 2 when we put up our Christmas tree. So I just chose gold, green, red and purple glittered card. Originally I was just going to have this doily loose, but I thought it would probably be better to be stuck down. It's quite fragile, so I didn't want it to be ripped or anything when I was working in the junk journal, so I stuck that down. I also printed out this holiday cheer loading cut file, which I thought was really good. I think I've seen someone else do this before, but when I seen it in the Cricut Access, I just thought, right, I'll cut that out and give that a try. The loading didn't actually cut properly, it was too small. I think my Cricut just struggled with the sizing of the letters, so instead of using those, I just used some gold small letters that I'd bought from Hobbycraft, so it got around her anyway. And again, I'm using Fabri-Tac to glue this down, so it's just a little bit messy. I definitely need to find a better glue solution. And then here's when I used those little gold alphas. I think these were from Hobbycraft and they were only a couple of pounds, and you get quite a few of the gold, silver letters and numbers. So once I'd finished that, I just thought it looked a little bit plain, needed something a little bit extra, and I popped on that Santa sleigh with the reindeers. It probably should have gone above because in my mind Santa's in the sky, but it worked just as well below. Also on the left of this folder, I don't like that green and red foiled pocket with the fairy light, so I will remove that. You'll see me later on in the video take that off. Also the fairy lights were just, it was difficult to craft with them in the way, so I just got rid of them. So this page was going to be a picture of me and Ryan, and obviously Otis, our cat. I chose that picture of Otis because it looks like he's got a halo, but it's just one of my bubbles. So I chose those two, and I just like the idea of including a photograph of all of us and basically our family, just to show us in 2022, and I think if I do this each year, it'll be nice to look back at obviously how we look from year to year. So this was a photograph taken on one of our holidays, so I included that one, and then I also included Otis, and I was just trying to figure out where I wanted to place them on the page so that I could include the Jones family embellishment. So you'll see me fight a little bit with the placement. I also backed them on that red sparkly card just to carry that theme through. The Jones family originally came with this green lined trim, and I was going to use it and include that, but it didn't look right. So in the end I added the Jones, or I had Jones in gold thickers that I just added my stash, and then I just have the family rather than those lines. So then I pulled out them CDR sequins, and they've got loads of really lovely stars, they've got snowflakes, they've got all kinds of little bits, and they're all in Christmas colours. And then I pulled out these little pieces, which is from the Coco Vanilla Studios Joyful collection, and I find myself gravitating mostly to the Coco Vanilla collection throughout this. Now I'm sticking it all down, and I've just included 3 little gems just to give the holly a little bit of sparkle. And then once I've done that, I think that's all I do on this page. So this next page is just a list of the films I want to watch throughout December, and I thought it would be good to do like a checklist almost. So I'm going to do the title, which is just fairly simple, straightforward Christmas films. I'm going to do them in them gold thickers again. I do mess up and miss the L out of the film, but I go in and fix it. And I just used the ruler to make sure it was straight, because I find I really struggle with the pattern paper of getting thick as straight. So my title is just Christmas films, and then I included that film roll washi tape. I think I included it in a haul in one of the previous hauls I had. I think it was the December daily haul, and it just finishes off the page and obviously makes you more aware that it is a film spread. So just cut that little bit off, and then went over to the computer and I printed out a list, but I printed it on label paper, and I just thought this was a little easier than trying to glue those little thin strips of paper onto the page. So I just did a checkbox with all of the different films I really wanted to watch this December, and then obviously peeled the backing off and stuck them all down so they were all secure, and I didn't have to mess around with a glue stick or another glue that was going to make the paper a bit crinkly. I have already watched 2 of the films, so we went to see The Muppets Christmas Carol as a family. At the Liverpool Empire, the orchestra performed the soundtrack alongside the movie, so that was amazing. And then I've also watched The Christmas Chronicles the other night while I was working on a little Christmas sewing project, just to keep myself busy while I'm sat on the couch watching films. So I stuck down these little pieces of ephemera which correlate with the other page, and again are from that Coco Vanilla Studios, I think it's called Joyful collection, and stuck on some gems again. Just thought it was a nice continuation of the Jones family page. And I used a red pen, I think this is an acrylic paint pen, just to tick off those 2 that I've watched. So like I said earlier, I did replace this pocket. I just didn't like the green and the red. I thought it didn't match the theme or the colour scheme, and I just went through and auditioned a couple of different pieces of ephemera and settled on these little parcel presents, and then use those sequins as well, just to add a little bit of sparkle along with some ephemera pieces. And you'll see me fighting with the sequins because they're so delicate. I find them all over me. They end up in my hair and stuck to my socks and everywhere, but in the end I settled on just a couple of little ones to add a little bit of sparkle, and I'll probably use these throughout the December daily scrapbooky junk journal. I'm not sure what I'm calling it, but yeah, I think it'll be a nice continuation. So thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you're having fun doing your December daily.